I'm your host, Ariel.
And I'm your host, Joshua.
And we're the Midnight Guild. Hi, guys. Welcome back. We're so happy to see you.
Welcome back, everybody, to another long-awaited episode of the Midnight Guild.
Yes,
Hashtag
honey.
the Guilders.
Hashtag the Guilders, honey. So today we're going to do things a little bit different. We're just going to kind of kiki and chat it up. And
we're going to shoot the shit, baby.
Yes, we're going to shoot the shit. And we're basically, well, we are going to read some scary Reddit stories. But we're mostly just going to chit chat and we're just going to be like we are usually without a camera. But we're also going to just talk to you guys like you're here with us.
With fewer curse words.
Yes, we're going to try our bestest.
Yeah.
So, a lot's going on in the world, honey.
Honey, I feel we are on fire. The world, almost literally.
Almost literally.
Yeah. Honey, so much stuff is going on. So much turmoil.
You're not wrong.
Like in the other countries, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, honey, we have our fair share.
Right, but we're so blessed.
Share.
But we're also so blessed to live where we live.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I know you hate to admit it, but it's true.
As strained as I am to be like, yeah, she's got a point. Yes, honey, yes. Very thankful. Very thankful. As I had to remind yet another bigot on the Facebook today.
Oh, tell us about it.
Well, honey, listen, everybody knows it's Pride Month. So for all of our little gay babies out there and gay fans, a very happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride.
To you all. We recently celebrated little Juneteenth too. We're a little late, but a happy belated Juneteenth.
Yes, happy Juneteenth,
to everybody out there too. But honey, okay, so I made a little comment, honey. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a gay related article. Okay, it was about pride and all this good stuff, and about this company that was donating part of their profits to a suicide hotline.
Okay, so a really good thing.
A really good thing. Well, then, honey, you know, and again, and I just posted on this because, you know, I always, sometimes I do post stuff that will attract some of the bigots because sometimes I do left me a good argument. Yeah. Because, you know, I work the night shift, honey, and sometimes
he has to entertain himself.
Sometimes you kind of do. Sometimes, especially like the nights that I'm like on top of it and I'm done by 10. But anyhow, I posted, and I quote, "May God bless your endeavors. Happy Pride, y'all."
Yeah, but you meant that comment. You weren't trying to be facetious.
No, I wasn't trying to be facetious. No, honey, because I mean, I do love the Lord.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, no, am I going to say that I am his strongest Christian soldier? By no means.
Well, none of us are.
By no means at all. But no, I do love the Lord. Now, I drink a little. But I love Jesus, but he favored the wine over water, so I feel like I'm justified in my actions. Well, he did. It's in Scripture.
Oh no, I'm not giving you a look. Yeah, I'm literally just listening.
So anyway, so then, honey, obviously someone had to come along, honey, and he was all like, "Oh, abomination, sin, going to hell. Read your Bible." To which I always reply to them because, you know, honey, most bigots are very, you know, I just feel like they're just, I don't know, just very sad, lonely people.
I agree.
You know, so I just let him know that I will be praying for him. And that is the one thing you cannot say to a bigot, baby. That's the one thing you cannot say to a bigot. Honey, that doesn't set him off. He said he'd accepted the Lord before I was even born, so I'm guessing he's old, honey. I didn't Facebook stalk this one too much because, you know, honey, if they get too serious, I'll have the lights shut off. But anywho, he said that he posted a picture, I guess, of World War I, World War II, where they're, you know, putting the flag up, and that's the only flag that he'll show pride to which I politely responded that if he was in fact a Christian, he did not display it today.
Oh.
Quite the opposite. In fact, I would have never guessed that he was a Christian, and that I am happy to celebrate I'm happy to celebrate the flag of the United States of America, honey, because, you know, at the end of the day, I am a proud American. Now, I might not be so much proud of America right now, but that doesn't mean that I'm any less of a proud American, honey. I respect our Constitution. I respect what our soldiers went off and fought and died for, honey, for us to be free. So I just happily reminded him of that.
Right.
That I am happy to celebrate the flag any day for all straight, gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgendered individuals who went out there and served to protect and uphold the Constitution.
That's right.
And fight for our right to be free so that we can live our lives freely. That is the whole essence of America.
Exactly.
You know, and honey, you want to bring the Bible into it? Well, listen, baby, I've read it through Genesis, through Revelation. I can tell you right now, honey, Jesus didn't say a thing about the homos. Not a thing, not one thing. Honey, Paul sure had a lot to say, but he had that gay son anyhow, so it don't matter.
Ooh, honey, we're going to get him coming for us.
I hope so, honey. Come on at me, baby. Listen, that's one thing I know. Honey, it's scripture, because you ain't met my mama.
But I will say this, that's, you know, come forth if you want to. That's totally fine. You're allowed to have your opinion, but that's also the privilege of being an American. You can say what you want and not get repercussions for it. I will say that I feel bad for the Iranian people who can't.
Well, I know, I understand. It's, honey, and that's a whole different, topic. Lots of mixed feelings on that. Now, I will go ahead and say that we are not going to declare anything political on that end.
I will say this, that don't hate the Iranian people, hate the Iranian regime. I think that is really, really important to separate the two, because the Iranian people are suffering under the heel of a very corrupt and evil regime. So
now,
that's the only thing I will say.
I will say, first and foremost, and this, I guess, is my little standpoint on that, is that I am going to be adamant about peace.
Yes.
And if we cannot have peace among Iran and Israel, then, honey, that does not mean we can't have peace here.
I agree.
You know, now, again, there are some situations I think we should get involved in, and some situations I think we shouldn't get involved in. Now, I'm not going to declare my viewpoints on either one.
Right. Well, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what we think, because we're not in charge, you know?
Pretty much. But now, honey, I'll just go ahead and tell you right now, honey, I'm not suitable for draft. Honey, I got them flat feet. You know, I ain't got that
I do
vision.
too.
I ain't got that good vision, honey. I am not the one to sin, baby. And I do not look good in camouflage, honey. I'm so sorry. I went hunting one time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I went hunting one time. My brother Toad, we went squirrel hunting. Oh, it was awful, honey. It woke me up at 3:30 in the morning for a damn squirrel.
You know that flat feet doesn't matter anymore for the military, and also bad eyes doesn't matter either, because they pay for your LASIK surgery.
I'm also a homosexual.
So I don't care about that either.
Sure, well, things are bound to change now, honey. Do I have to be a transgendered? If so, honey, listen, I can make a pretty girl. I can, honey. I can. I got 3 pairs of titties in storage.
We're too old to be drafted.
Oh, thank God. Well, then, honey, we ain't going to worry about that. We ain't going to worry about that, honey. Yeah. But anyway, moving on to
I will say this about drafted. Have you seen the TikToks?
Oh, I have. TikTok has been lit up, honey. Lit up.
Honey, Gen Z be making the funniest TikToks about being drafted.
Honey, and the millennial, listen, because, you know, us millennials, you know, everybody wants to hate on us millennials, and I've never understood why. We get such a bad rap. But first of all, we was not the ones who carpeted the hardwood floors. All right, Karen? We didn't do that. You did. All right. That's number 1. Number 2, we walked so these little Gen Zers could run,
honey.
Honey, we pioneered the internet so that you could soar through it, honey. All right, you don't know.
We sat through dial-up so that you could just pull it up whenever you please.
Like, you don't understand the level of the AOL chat rooms.
You don't, bitch.
All right. But anyhow, moving on. We've got a lot to cover, honey, because it's been a busy few days.
Right. So I have been vigorously, in taking the Diddy trial.
She really has. I have not.
Let me just say, damn. Honey, we thought it was bad before. We thought, all the baby oil, the freak offs, the drugs. Honey, those women, and most of them are, the ones who have been testifying here lately are anonymous. One is named Mia, that's not her real name, and the other one is Jane, not her real name. Their real names. Okay, Mia and Jane, not their real names. Now, Jane was his girlfriend at the time he got arrested, and she was on her way from, I think, LA to New York when he was getting arrested. She was on her way there for a freak off. Okay, a freak off is...
Is that what his parties?
Okay, a freak off is when he would have his staff book a hotel room, and then his woman would get there, and she would have sex workers lined up. I don't know if I can even use that term. I'm just going to say it. Male sex workers lined up to come and...
Diddy her.
Yeah. While he watched in the corner and self-pleasured.
Oh.
Yeah, he's one of those.
It's a cuckold situation.
Yes, and that's what she calls him in the courtroom. Because she was like, I've done my research. And she was like, I believe it's called a cuck. And apparently the courtroom was like, ooh.
I mean, yeah, that's what it's called.
I know. I was like, damn, this girl done called him out, honey. She said what we were all thinking. She was like, I believe it's called a cuck. And I was like, honey, yes, it is.
Well, stay tuned to us for all the updates on the upcoming Diddy trial.
So, and it's going to be weeks, honey. It's going to be weeks. There's so much to get through.
Sensationalized is what they call that.
Yeah. So, we shall see where it goes. But, I mean, I will be shook to my core if he doesn't get the guilty verdict. I'll be shooketh.
Oh, honey, he's probably having the time of his life. Or like little Chris Chrisley, honey. I bet he had the time of his... Todd. Why do I keep calling him Chris?
I don't know, but I did it too, remember?
Me, Nate, and little Todd Chris, but yes, we know he recently got pardoned. Why, we don't know, but I feel
we have no clue why.
Upset.
I wish somebody could explain it to me, why.
Just so upset. Honey.
Like, if there's a legitimate reason, somebody tell us in the comments why.
Let's just, everybody be sure to, hop on over, wish him a little happy Pride, too.
You're bad. You think Josh is convinced that Todd Chrisley was in prison living his best life?
I feel like he had the time of his life, honey. Shit, honey, he went through so much soap. Ain't even funny.
He probably got pardoned and was like, damn it, guys. Trump done pardon me. I gotta go home.
Gotta go. Had to give his little bandana back.
Oh, Lord.
Poor thing. Okay, let's see here. Well, is there any more hot goss that we need to say?
Well, let's see. I feel like I'm missing something, but I forgot what it was.
Let me think. Let me do a run through of the recent TikToks that I've seen.
Josh goes on vacation tomorrow.
Yes, I'm headed down to the Gulf Shores, honey, with my bestie Jean T, or Janine, as my mother calls her.
I think it's cute.
She don't. But listen,
Janine.
That's a whole lot better than what her granny calls me. So that's all I'm saying.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying.
They're gonna have themselves a big week, a big bestie week.
Honey, yes. Now it is family oriented though. We take in the fam, so it's fine.
Honey, they'll end up doing their own thing. I know them.
Well, honey, daiquiris.
Little Jared can watch the kids.
Daiquiris will be had, honey. Daiquiris will be had.
I feel like you guys are gonna have a blast.
Oh, I'm very much looking forward to it. If anything, honey, I'm looking forward to just taking a good book down to the beach. And getting some sunshine. Lord knows I need some vitamin D because, I'll be living that Lestat life.
Not shit.
Yes, and honey, don't forget, you're supposed to send me with the book that I'm supposed to fall in love with.
I was literally getting ready to bring that up. You read my mind.
See, they think I don't remember, but I do remember. Honey.
You think you'll need one or two?
Honey, just one.
Okay.
Like, I still have one in storage that I was going to go pick up, but I swear, honey, I swear, like crackheads there were those man at the storage unit, just like sitting in front of the gate in his big old truck. Just sitting there. And so I pulled in, you know, I was gonna wait for him to go in. I was gonna go in. I was gonna search my books and stuff like that. I never moved.
Never moved.
Never moved. So I was like, well, I guess I'll just take one of Ariel's on vacation.
So if you guys read books, I'm sending him with A Court of Thorns and Roses. He hasn't read it. There's huge fandom of this book.
Okay.
Book series. So now you got to get, okay, the first book is really, really good, but I will say it starts slow.
Okay.
So you got to get there. Now the end part, like I'd say the last 20 chapters are where it hits. I mean, where you're like, oh, and it gets phenomenal. Okay, so you got to do it. You got to push through the first one, but the second one is phenomenal.
Just push through the first one, honey.
Yeah, it's so good. I promise, it is so worth it.
We'll see.
It is, honey. It is.
So I have my reading material, and it's
set. Let's see. Or do you have anything that you want to do when you go down there?
So they have this little pub apparently called the Pink Pony Pub,
which I'm obsessed with that name.
I know, right? So I'm like, they have to be definitely. I mean, they're bound to be gay friendly. How could they not?
How could they not be?
You know, so I'm definitely going to do the Pink Pony Pub. And if I do the Pink Pony Pub, I will make a little video.
Do it.
And make sure it gets posted to our stuff so you all can see the Pink Pony Pub too.
Yes, do it.
Now, I will be happy to send vacations of like pictures and videos of the beach and stuff too. However, you know, I don't want to be one of the people that's like, oh, look at my vacation.
You can tell stories from the beach. That'd be cute.
Oh, I guess I could, honey. I was going to try to see if I could find something spooky while I was there. You know, like some local something other. So if any of y'all are from that area and know something that maybe I should go check out, let me know, honey.
Let me know. We look like corpses sitting here. This ring light makes us look fluorescent.
Honey, I don't know what to do about it.
Oh, no. Well, there's nothing we can do. We're just
going to have to look. Honey, listen. Like I say, honey, it took a lot of inbreeding to get this complexion.
Don't listen to him.
Sweetie, honey, I'm a blue blood. Leave me alone.
Oh, Lord. Oh, I saw this little thing on TikTok that this show called The Buccaneers.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Okay, it's on Netflix. And it's supposed to be like semi-Bridgerton-y.
Oh.
So I'm thinking about looking into that.
Speaking of shows, honey.
Honey, I've seen it. I know exactly what you're going to say.
The third season of The Gilded Age starts on Monday, honey. On Monday. Don't think that my fat ass won't be down at the beach, honey, in my bedroom, binge watching the third season, honey. And I'm okay with that, honey. I'm okay. I got it on my phone. I will take it to the beach with me. I don't give two shits.
I knew you was going to be. I've been seeing previews everywhere.
So ready, but I feel like they're going to do something where they're only going to put out like one episode a week or some shit like that.
Ooh,
that bothers me, honey. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll still watch it, but like I will complain for the whole week that I have to wait for.
Oh, it pisses me off so bad when they do that.
Mm-hmm.
They did that shit with Stranger Things and Bridgerton. Ooh. I'm like, just release the whole damn thing. Stop playing games.
Right. Let me binge watch it in one night like a normal human being does.
Amen.
Okay.
We love a good binge watch.
Lord have mercy. Oh gosh, honey.
Don't get him started.
When I had to wait for that last season of The Righteous Gemstones week by week, and that drove me up the wall.
The most recent show that I watched that I had to wait week to week was The Last of Us, and oh my God, it just irritated the fuck out of me.
Doesn't it just get to you, honey? Oh God, it's like I swear it's like back in the cable days.
I know. I'm like, why the hell are we waiting? The whole point of this streaming shit is so you release it at the same time.
Like it's literally the fast food of TV.
Amen.
All right, we pay our premiums,
so give it to us all at once,
honey. We want to listen. We pay extra, so we ain't even gotta get commercials. I should tell you what type of people we are.
Yeah, we're impatient. Honey, I even have YouTube Premium. Like, I can't stand them damn ads.
No.
Oh.
There's no need for it.
I agree. We've been spoiled because back when we were little, we were used to commercials. That was just part of life. But when we've been spoiled.
Cable, honey.
We've been spoiled. They gave us options with no ads and stuff, and we can't handle the ads no more.
Honey, I swear. Well, Mama, I called her the other day, because Mama had been in the hospital recently with pneumonia. And, Lord, honey, it went over well, because my mama in the hospital is not a good match. And she's the most irrational woman whatsoever, and will not have a semi-private room. No, honey.
No, honey.
Absolutely not. So they just kind of stuck her in the part, like, it's not really the hospital. It's still kind of the emergency room, but it's part of the hospital. It's not a big hospital, honey.
No, this is a small hospital.
Yeah, small town hospital, but honey, she had the pneumonia.
The pneumonia fever.
Yes, honey. So, and as a good son does, I went up there and spent 18 hours by her bedside in my hometown.
But you made it.
Honey, I did.
And you and your mama got to catch up.
We did. We got to catch up. Bless her heart.
And she's doing much better.
She is, honey. I knew she was doing much better the next day, because she found time in her little schedule there to judge me over breakfast and my life choices. So that's when I know she's just going to be A-okay.
A-okay, honey.
A-okay, honey. Honey, family drama got started, but I can't go into that. But honey, it was funny. But anyway.
It was funny.
Fast forward a few days, Mama, I'm doing good and everything. I think I've talked about Mama and Aunt Forney before.
Okay, you have lots.
So Mama was calling me, honey, and she's giving me a little update on Aunt Forney. She gives me a little updates on her. Said, honey, she's having her antenna installed. And I'm like,
what?
Like a TV antenna? Honey, yes, like a TV antenna.
No.
Yes, she done had a TV antenna put on her house, honey, because she said she only needs channels 2 through 13, honey. That's all she watches anyhow, and she ain't gonna pay no extra.
Bless her, honey.
Frugal, honey.
Honey, living in the dark ages.
Well, honey, listen, and now, could this woman afford cable? Yes, very easily she could afford cable.
But she just don't need it, honey.
No, honey, what? She's the one who had an outhouse built when her husband built their house back in the 60s. Honey, because, even though they had running water and stuff in the house, they still had an outhouse. And Aunt Forney, honey, she had him build her outhouse just in case, just to have it, because you never know. And she even put matching vinyl siding on it.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Sure enough did. Honey, cleanest outhouse you've ever seen, because no one's ever used it. So moving right along, honey, like I said, it's been busy times here. But as promised, we are going to do a couple of Reddit stories. Ariel's got one pulled up here for you.
Yes.
So, honey, take it away, my dear.
Okay, so this person doesn't have like a handle. It says deleted. But they did say, I've posted this on my other account, copying and pasting it here. So this is, this Reddit feed is Ask Reddit. The scariest, somebody said, what's your best true spooky story? And this is a person that commented. The scariest thing I've had happen while camping. So I live here in Eastern Oregon, and my mom lives in Western Oregon. What?
Always, and it's always on that side of the state, on the United States, always.
I went to visit her for the summer, and she's very outdoorsy, so we decided to take a 1-hour drive from her city to the coast. We end up at this free campsite at the top of the hill. Honey, wrong decision. Free equals bad. Huge foothills of the coastal mountains, and about a 25-minute drive from the top where the campsite is to the bottom where the main road was. And we were the only campers there. We relaxed for the rest of the day, made food, etc. A truck full of men drive up the hill and talk with my mom. I don't know what about, but it wasn't suspicious at the time. And then they leave. Fast forward to the middle of the night, I wake up to my mom sitting straight up in the tent. I wake easily, so I heard her gasp, and it woke me. As soon as I saw her awake, she put her hand over my mouth because I was starting to ask her what's wrong. It was dead silent, and then all of a sudden you hear footsteps right beside the tent. A little flap that covers the zipper was even moving. Thankfully, my mom has quick wits and said very loudly, "Kenny, grab the gun." Kenny is my dad, although it doesn't matter. And mind you, he wasn't even there. Just us girls, like I had previously said. They left, no harm was done, but thank the Lord for my mama. That's scary. That could have went really, really bad. This person, oh no, it's the same person, said, my mom's a badass. Quit with that quick thinking. Somebody said, humans are the scariest. Preach.
If there's one thing that Scooby-Doo taught us, it's that the monsters are always the real people.
Yeah. You ain't lying. Do you want to find one?
Yeah.
If you want me to find one, if you want to find one.
No, honey, we have different viewpoints on like paragraphs and stuff.
That wasn't even long.
Long enough.
Well, we want it to be good enough to where, it's a good story. That they give us a little bit of detail. Like, that was good. It was quick to the point, if you ask me. Camping, I love me some creepy camping stories, though. Honey, sometimes I'll turn them on at night and then lay down and go to sleep. But sometimes it causes me to have nightmares, so bad idea. Bad idea. Last night I had a nightmare, not because of that. I have no idea what brought this nightmare on, but let me just tell you, it was about a crocodile and my foot, and it did not end well. It did not end well.
Are you telling her?
Yes, I remember, honey, I told Josh at 5 o'clock this morning. I said, honey, I had nightmares.
I was there in the dream.
Yeah.
But I didn't have nothing.
No, you had nothing to do with it. You was on the shore, safe and sound. Not me.
Not her, honey, because she has to go play with the fishes.
Yep, he's not wrong.
All right, I have one.
Okay, here we go.
All right, this is from Loser Strawberry.
Oh, love the name.
Yeah. And it says, I've had many experiences, but I'll tell you one that freaked me out because I wasn't the only witness. I was about 12 years old, and I was talking with my dad in his room. My mom was in the closet with the lights off, but we could clearly see her folding clothes. Well, during me and my dad's conversation, he asked my mom something, but to no reply. He eventually got to the point where he started to yell. I got up and stepped into the closet, but then I heard my mom walk into the room and asked why he was yelling her name. I looked at her, and she had a towel wrapped around her. I quickly looked back into the closet and saw nothing. Absolutely nothing. This obviously creeped me and my dad out. Whatever we saw, it wasn't my mom. Whatever it was had her shape and even the bun. My mom always had her hair in a bun. I would have completely thought this was my imagination if it weren't for my dad also being there and seeing it too.
Oh my gosh, that's a mimic, honey.
Mm-hmm.
We read a lot of mimic stories where I'm just like, mimic. Like, and that, I feel like that is one of the scariest things. Other than, yes, humans. And then, of course, you have your traditional scary stories about like skinwalkers and wendigos and, all that jazz. But I feel like mimics aren't talked about enough about how absolutely terrifying that is. To imagine we're here at the house and you see me and talk to me and everything, or you see me and talk to me and I just kind of ignore you and just walk away or whatever, and you're like, what the hell's wrong with her? But then I come out behind you, reel me out of my bedroom or something. Like, imagine how terrifying that is.
Oh, honey, I would leave. Bye.
I feel like, but I feel like you don't know whether it's following you because nothing's wrong with this house. So it would be one of those things like you would have picked it up somewhere else and brought it home with you.
Well, then it needs to go back.
Oh yeah, honey, we'd find us a mountain witch or something.
Like I'm not about that life, honey. No.
No, we'd take care of it. We'd go to the preacher.
I don't do well with things that stop me.
Don't get us started on stalkers. You know what? I'm just going to tell them. I'm not going to name names or nothing like that, and I'm not going to tell the story because that will be obvious. But Josh and I, low-key, have a semi-TikTok stalker. Semi. And Josh is almost positive, not really, we're making a joke, but that this woman wants to shoo him away and just kidnap me and take me for herself.
Don't know this woman, don't know where she's from. But I'm like, no.
But she is low-key obsessed.
No.
Bless her. And either me or him one has almost brought this up like 6 times on the podcast, and we're like, no, we won't talk about it. We won't talk about it. But, honey, it's just hard not to because it's funny, but it's low-key scary. Come on, Emma.
Honey, knowing our legs, she's probably someone over in Oregon. Honey, one of them bush people.
One of them bush people.
Honey, one of them furls from West Virginia.
No, honey. No, you're going to hit my microphone. Lay down.
You know. Not that we have anything. Did I tell you about the West Virginia? Honey, they had the coal festival over at the West Virginia.
Yeah, you told me about that this morning.
Oh, honey, I was so sad I missed it. And I know it sounds like I'm being facetious, but when I tell you that little Mammy White was over.
No, we're not being facetious at all. We would have went.
Honey, I would have went. Just to hear her sing little Honey Coal Miner's Daughter by Loretta Lynn. Honey.
You do an impression of her so well.
Oh, let's see if I can
do it. Do it. Please do it.
I was born a cow, miner's daughter, hid a cabin on a hill in Butcher Holler. We were poor. We had love. That's the one thing my daddy made sure of. He sure called me a poor man's dollar.
Yeah, that was good.
Now, when I tell you though, like I do not mean any disrespect.
No, we love her.
I would sit down to dinner with this woman any day of the week because The Wonderful Lights of West Virginia is one of my favorite all-time documentaries. Honey, that scene where they go going through the Taco Bell and she's like, "You got any cheesy fiestas?" They took her baby. She's crying. I tell you, that is one of the best things in cinematic history that I can even speak of. And I low-key had a little crush on Jesco. I don't know why I low-key, but honey, let me tell you, I probably would have if I could have.
You're something else.
Told nobody about it now.
You're something else.
Told nobody about it. But now, honey, I'll tell you what.
I can't put that in
I
there.
wouldn't fry him no sloppy eggs.
Them slimy, sloppy eggs.
I know, honey. My mama raised me better than that. I know better. And yes.
All right, let's pull us up one more.
All right, I got one pulled up for you.
When I was 9, we lived in a remote forested military area. I can't disclose too much for privacy, but yeah, let's just say I spotted elephants, deer, and the occasional predator, and that was a normal part of life there. One night, there was a formal event that our parents had to attend, and kids weren't allowed. So it was just me and my friend, let's call him Carl, both 9 years old, and our younger brothers, Sam and Duke, all around 5. All made up names as well. We stayed at my place and decided to watch Shrek. It was a late night, pitch dark outside because of the forest, and eerily quiet. Suddenly, the lights went out for a few minutes, then came back on. We were standing near the window when I heard Carl's mom calling out my nickname from outside. We lived on the second floor. It was a strange, raspy voice, not normal, and what made it creepier was that barely anyone knew that nickname. It wasn't something that my neighbors would know. Cindy? Cindy? I asked Carl if he heard it too. He looked freaked out and said no, but I heard your mom calling my name. Carl? Carl. We both froze. There was no way our moms were anywhere nearby. They were at a party, miles away, and we were alone in the house. The younger kids, Sam and Duke, said they heard voices too. But us being 9 years old, we assumed they were just copying us or misheard things as they were just around 5. Still, we were all terrified. We tried to distract ourselves with the movie and waited for our parents to come home. When they finally did, we told them, but of course they didn't believe us. They brushed it off as imagination or a dream. We all eventually moved on. Fast forward to almost 9 years later, Carl and I met again and were reminiscing. I brought up that night, and to my shock, he remembered everything clearly. His brother Duke did too. My brother Sam only remembered bits and pieces, but it was enough to confirm we hadn't imagined it. I still don't know what we heard, but it wasn't normal. It wasn't a prank or a dream. We heard each other's mothers calling our names in eerie voices.
Oh, that's crazy. Absolutely not.
That's Skinwalker vibes.
Honey, it's something.
Skinwalker vibes, honey. Scurry, honey. Have you ever been somewhere like when you were younger, like out playing or whatever, and you've heard somebody call your name from like the woods or anywhere? Like,
yeah.
But they didn't really.
Yeah, because when I was real little, down in the holler, it sounded like my mama was hollering for me one time. And was it my mama or my Aunt Judy? I can't remember which one I was staying with at one time because I bounced between my aunts because, playing next to the spring by the well house, actually. And someone was calling my name from the train holler, and I think it was my mama was calling my name. It sounded like my mama. And I mean, in the train holler, it's just like one little road that goes back into a forest, there's literally mountains on both sides. People don't go up in there. And, but then, and like I said, I was about to, take off because I was about to take off for it. But no, honey, my mama, she came out on the porch, her little back porch, and actually hollered for me to come in.
So you could tell the difference.
Yeah. So,
ooh, that's creepy. I've heard people call my name numerous times growing up and never thought anything of it. I really thought it was them or whatever, and would go home. But like, I never went towards like a voice that sounded close to me that was calling my name that was like coming from the wrong direction. Like, but I mean, of course, I've heard, like, I feel like we've all heard that, like growing up near woods and stuff like that. But nothing creepy like that, honey. That's fucking creepy.
It makes me kind of like, I don't know, sort of. Because did you ever watch that movie? And it was about like the fairies, but they weren't like, nice creatures. It had Katie Holmes in it.
No, I never watched it.
Oh, it's a good horror movie. I can't think of the name of it.
I'll look it up. Google.
But it was like it was about the fae, but like they were not.
They weren't nice.
No, they weren't nice, and they would trick people to come. Like.
Oh, I'm about to look this up.
Oh, it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Noted, honey. Look it up because I'm going to.
Yeah, great movie. Little Katie Holmes, and after Tom Cruise.
After Tom Cruise. It's Scientology. All right, guys. It's been a great episode. It's been nice just getting to chat, tell a few spooky stories.
It has. We love to kiki and chit chat with you.
Yeah, and we haven't done one in ages where we just chat and read a few spooky stories.
Fans. Hashtag the Guilders.
Hashtag the Guilders. All right, guys. We will see you next week. I hope you have the best week ever. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Yes.
And, honey, you can find us everywhere.
Everywhere.
Facebook, YouTube.
Ticker Talks.
Lemonade, which I never get on there, but you can follow us if you want to. I need to start doing better about that. We've got a Reddit. And you can always send scary stories to our email if you want to.
themidnightguild10@gmail.com.
Exactly. Now, honey, but if you're on the YouTube, you don't want to forget. You're going to hit that subscribe button. But then you're going to, next to it, you're going to see a little bell.
Ring a ding.
You're going to click all.
Oh.
And honey, you won't miss a thing.
Won't miss a thing.
Not a thing, honey.
Not a thing.
Bye, guys.